Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 27 of the Channel 8 podcast. I'm your host, Sean Go, and with me today is Toronto-based graphic designer JazzAlba, who went viral back in 2019 with his Simpsons-themed Toronto Raptor illustrations on IG. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
How's everything going? How's life?
Everything's good. Everything's good, man. Can't complain. Family's good.
And you've been keeping busy doing your IG posts with the cartoons and stuff as usual?
Yo, I've been trying, but with not really a newborn anymore, but a 1-year-old throughout the whole past year has been tough. So I got to pick my battles with what I'm posting, what I'm drawing, what I'm taking my time to draw, and it's been tough. But
I gotta say though, your turnaround time, I don't know how you do it, but it's like something happens and then I look on IG and then within the hour there's a post from you.
I try to do that with every viral story, but it's getting tougher and tougher. But trying to keep up and the whole US Open was going on. I knew who was going to be the final, so I had to draw something for that a week or a couple of days before it happened. But it wasn't what I expected. I thought she was going to win.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out, but the post still works.
Yeah. No,
just got to prepare a week ahead or as much as time as I can get.
So I'm sure you know how the show goes, and I lead off the show asking you, because you're a big sneakerhead, obviously. You got the shoes behind you. I got the shoes behind me. What shoes have you been wearing in the past week, bro?
In the past week, I've been wearing the Foam Runners Sand.
Yep.
Quite a bit. All white Air Force Ones. I always wear all white Air Force Ones whenever I go out. And the infrared 90s. So the Recraft 90s were amazing. So the infrareds, the Volts, and the rose pinks, I wear those almost every day. But when I walk my dog, it's always the Foam Runners.
Yeah, same here. So my week, I also wore the Foam Runner in the sand colorway. I got sent a pair of the Adidas ZX 10,000, the collab with 43 Einhalb, the German boutique. So I broke that out for a day. I also wore the New Balance 990 V5 in that popsicle colorway that looks like the rocket.
Yeah, crazy colorway.
And I also wore the Collegium Pillar Destroyer Low. So shout out to Nick at Collegium. And in terms of sneaker pickups, I don't know, you mentioned, so you have a 1-year-old kid and you've been keeping busy with work and IG and all that stuff, but have you picked up any shoes lately?
Not lately in your terms, but in my terms, yeah, I'd say lately. I guess you could say lately. The latest undefeated Air Force Ones. What is it, Top 5? What is it called?
I think it's also called 5 on it, right?
5, yeah, something like that. Yeah, about those, the Sky Waffles and the Fragment Gray. And then I just picked up the Puma Suede Luigi's.
Yep.
Those on Foot
the ones
Locker.
from months back, right?
Yeah, from months back. They're still on Foot Locker, so I was like, I need to cop these. I copped those, and then Air Max 95 Greedy 3.0. That was a month back. But those were a must because I wear my Greedy 1.0s quite a bit.
Yeah, the Ruigi's are pretty slept on.
Yeah, for real, man.
I'm not a huge Puma guy, but I even picked that up. I bought them.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, man. They're nice, really nice. I can't wait to get them in hand.
Oh, so you got them.
I literally ordered them a couple days ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for myself, I got a pair of the Championship Red Dunk Lows. I don't know why it's called Championship Red. The colorway is University Red, but
yeah, did you post one recently of which one's better?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
The St. John's versus honestly, okay, color wise, I kind of like the Championship Red look a little bit, but I don't know.
Really,
it's something a little bit more unique,
different.
Right? Yeah, it's so different. It's predominantly white, and then you have the red underneath. But quality, you can't even compare. The 2020 version.
Oh, really?
Is night and day compared to the 2021.
Which is better? I'm assuming.
Way better.
Yeah, okay.
The one this year is pretty plastic-like and it creases pretty poorly. But
they're just pumping them out.
Yeah, the one from last year was actual decent quality leather, and I wore it a few times, and the leather's just super soft. So it's disappointing in that sense. But I mean, Nike's gonna be Nike, you know.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I got the New Balance 990 V3 from that Made series, the 40th anniversary collection. You know how they're adding the red tab to all the gray 990s? Yeah.
Oh, so right.
So I got that one, and then the last shoe I got was the Off-White Dunk Lows, Lot 49, the gray, white, and sail.
Are you trying to pick them all up?
No.
All 49? Is that what it is?
People were commenting, they're like, "Yo, 48 to go or 47 to go." Well, no, I think 3 is my max. I think after
Oh, okay,
that,
okay,
I'm done. Like I have bought 149, and I'll probably try to get or trade for one of the maybe the suede ones,
okay, okay.
and then I'll call it a day after that.
I'm surprised you're not going for it all, man. To be honest, and I'm sure everyone else is surprised.
I wonder
Who
though.
knows? Who knows? By the end, you might have
I
them
know,
all.
right? I bet you though, someone's probably gonna be, or someone probably has begun trying to get all 50. Like I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's gonna be done.
I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I'm not that irresponsible.
Yeah. Irresponsible, good word, man.
So now let's move on to my channel flipping segment, which is a rapid fire Q&A session where I give you 2 options and you pick the one option you're feeling the most. Are you ready?
Cool. Yeah.
All right. And since I know you're a big Simpsons guy, you're a big Toronto Raptors / NBA guy, and a big sneaker guy, the 10 questions are going to be a mix of all 3 topics.
All right, cool.
All right. First question. Which is a better Simpsons episode? Marge versus the monorail or Who Shot Mr. Burns?
Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna have to go. I think Who Shot Mr. Burns was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go with that just because it's longer. And the suspense and like I'm huge into like not murder. Like true crime. You know what I'm talking about. True crime.
JazzAlba is huge on murder, yeah.
I'm big into true crime, so that was like I guess that was like the start of it for me. In like a silly way.
Yeah. Because I remember when that was airing like live, whenever that was in the mid 90s. I remember the commercials and it was a pretty big deal for TV.
Yeah, man. Such a good episode. And like the turnout was unexpected but amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, second question. Who's the better supporting character? Krusty the Clown or Ned Flanders?
Ooh, Ned Flanders, man. Ned Flanders for sure. Because he supports Homer in such a good way.
That's true.
Like Krusty, I don't know. I would think Sideshow Bob is more of an impact in the show just because of Bart and the beef between them. But yeah, I'd say Ned.
Who would win in a fight? Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin?
Oh man, I've seen the fight scenes, and I don't know who really wins, but I'm gonna have to go Homer for sure.
Yeah. All right.
You've seen them, right?
Yeah.
Like with the chicken and all that. Yeah.
He showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like, what?
So good.
All right, shifting now to our Toronto Raptors. Who's your guy, Vince Carter or DeMar DeRozan, if you had to pick one?
Dude, that's tough, man. I'm gonna have to go DeMar. BC put us on the map, but DeMar
that loyalty
put us on his back. Yeah,
and his heart too.
Yeah, exactly, man. It was sad. It was sad to see him go, I have to say.
Oh, for sure, yo. Like it was one of the. It's like the ultimate definition of bittersweet.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I think everyone was like super upset with how they let him go, and then when we win the championship, everyone was like, yeah, like DeMar who, right? Like, nah, you got to give it up for DeMar for sure.
What's your take on putting his jersey up on the Raptors?
100%. Yeah, no questions. For me, I mean, the things he did for Toronto is like crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Him and Lowry, obviously Lowry. I don't know if I would put, I guess Vince. I guess that would come up later on. But yeah, keep going. Let's go.
Better dunk, James Johnson over Andre Drummond or Terrence Ross on Kenneth Faried?
Johnson for sure. The retaliation that Drummond had on that just proves how nasty that dunk was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he pushed him on the next, I think it was the next following play or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
To the ground, and it was just like, he just owned him. It was nuts. And then the commentator was like, bang on him. That went viral. So if that happened when I was drawing, dude, so many ideas. Maybe I'll just redraw it for the hell of it.
Yeah, no. Do your classic Raptor moments.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, man. People love that. Who was more disappointing given their draft position? Andrea Bargnani
I already know, bro. Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Andrea Bargnani at 1 or Rafael Araujo at 8, considering we passed on Iggy. Yeah, it was Iggy? Iggy at 7, right? Or Iggy at 9. Iggy at 9.
Yeah, it would be 9. I'm gonna say Bargnani. Who was in Bargnani's class? You remember?
Was it Rudy Gay, Aldridge,
Okay, yeah, all right,
Roy?
yeah, Bargnani. I mean, I liked him while he's here, but he was on the Raptors, so I had to like him. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But
He had
we
that
saw how it all
13
turned
game,
out.
was it 13 game stretch where he put up like 25 and 10? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was nasty at like not a very short period of time, but it
Very
didn't last
short.
long. Yeah,
Keyword very short.
yeah, exactly.
All right, last Raptors question. And this is kind of a given, but who are you rooting for before the draft? Scotty Barnes or Jalen Suggs? And you can be honest here.
Uh, to be honest, I
Yeah.
didn't really know. I didn't
Oh,
really know who. Like all I heard was Suggs, and everyone was talking about Suggs, and I'm like, okay, well, let's look this guy up. And then all of a sudden, they get Barnes, and I'm like, all right, all right, I guess everyone's pissed. But I was like, I don't know. I don't really know. I wasn't following at the times.
no, it's just Raptors being Raptors. I
Yeah, right.
expect
I mean,
them to do the unexpected every time now.
yeah, but you gotta trust in, Messiah.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. Okay, and question number 8. Shifting to sneakers now. What's the better shoe, Black Cement 3 or White Cement 3?
Black Cement 3, easy.
Converse or Vans?
I'm gonna go Converse. Chuck Lowe's. I don't do highs.
Last question for you. Air Max 95 or Air Max 90?
Dude, I knew this was coming, man. That one's tough. I'm gonna have to go 95.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
I
is
know.
that is rare, but
I
kudos to
know, I
you.
know. It's so rare that like everyone loves the '90s, but like the neons and like I'm a big fan. Like I always say this, I'm a big fan of the greedies. I'd like to collect every colorway that's in the greedy, but prices are crazy. So, and having a son isn't easy with sneakers and sons. I don't know.
Are you a bigger Simpsons fan or Raptors fan? And where did this idea of drawing the Raptors in Simpsons form come from?
I think I am equally a fan of both, but because I haven't been watching The Simpsons as much as of late, I'm gonna say bigger Raptors fan. But I like them equally. And the idea, so before, like when I first started working as a graphic, my first job, I was an intern at an ad agency, and I had time to do pretty much anything. And I just drew cartoons. A coworker of mine was a illustrator. He drew cartoons, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start drawing like Simpsons characters. So I started drawing them, and I started drawing people as Simpsons characters, and I saw that people like enjoyed being drawn as a character from The Simpsons. And that started like maybe 12 years ago when I started working as a designer.
Yeah.
But I never put like sports and Simpsons together. But as I grew older, like I started drawing more of my friends and they loved it. So I started drawing something that was more relevant when the Raptors were popping. I started drawing them and then people were getting laughs out of it. So I was like, yo, this is dope. People laughing at this, people like it. And I just kept going. It was like kind of weird. I didn't expect that to turn out, but it was cool.
Yeah, because I remember it was during the 2019 playoffs when I think he posted, was it Kawhi drawing on the chalkboard or something? Was that your
Yeah,
first
that
one
was
or?
I think that was my first one. And Kawhi coming here was huge news for Toronto. So I was like, I'm just gonna draw him. And that fun guy thing happened and
Yeah.
it all just worked out. It was crazy. Like I had so many stories to talk about because everyone's talking about Kawhi and what he's doing in Toronto. And then, when the playoffs happened and after the playoffs, people were still talking about this guy, like, yo, where's this guy gonna go? So I'm like, I can keep drawing this guy until he leaves.
Was there a point where you were like, oh, damn, this went really, really viral?
Yeah, well, the championship team went really viral.
Like the picture of the group or?
Oh, the group. Yeah, the
Yeah.
group. I forget. I got a couple of DMs. There were shops in Niagara selling the image. Like it was, people were like stealing it. Like people were messaging me like, "This art page has your image. They're stealing it." I'm like, I wasn't like doing anything crazy with it, so I didn't really care. Like people were gonna steal it. Who cares? I'm sure it's been done with everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that was it when people were like stealing the image or not stealing it, but taking it and posting it everywhere. It's kind of cool. And like the Raptors posted it.
Oh, they did.
They posted, and that was like cool, like really cool. I'm drawing the Raptors and then they post
Yeah,
it.
that's crazy. Yo.
That's cool. Yeah,
Congrats.
they posted a few of my images on their story, which is kind of cool.
Because I remember like back, so 2019 obviously, and like you were gaining a lot of followers quick because of that
Yeah, it was
that team
nuts.
picture, and then people would go up to me like, "Oh, like you know this Jazz Alba guy?" Like blah blah blah, because like we followed each other and became like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Like the sneaker community, like did a lot too. Like I talked to you, I talked to Canada Got Soul, like those guys. I was on their podcast, and that was really cool too. And the sneaker community was like reposting my stuff, and it was kind of cool.
So can you talk a little bit about your background? Do you have a graphic design career full time now? And was illustration something you always were interested as a kid?
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know what I was going to do when I was growing up. Even out of high school, I didn't know what I was going to do. And I saw my cousin. He was a designer for, I don't know if you remember RP55. Anyway, he was a designer for them. And I saw his drawings and they were nuts. And I was like, I want to do this for living clothing designer. And then my uncle, he's a graphic designer, and he showed me his stuff. And I was like, okay, I want to be a graphic designer. And I kind of merged the two together, like illustrator, designer. But yeah, now I've been working as a full-time graphic designer for like 12 years. But I mainly focus in user experience and user interface. So like web design, front end, and that's what I specialize in now. I like doing that kind of stuff. So this drawing stuff is like just for fun. Like it's for laughs, really.
And aside from the stuff you post on IG, do you still do drawings and sketches and stuff just on a personal passion
Yeah,
basis, or?
I just picked up, well, I think it was a couple years ago or last year, I picked up the iPad Pro. If anyone draws or anyone likes to sketch, that's like amazing. Like the pen and the connection to the iPad is like almost like pen and paper. So I highly suggest getting an iPad Pro. But I draw for fun. There's some times where I draw to post, like thinking I'm going to post it, and I never post it just because I don't think it's good enough. And like I have like about 40 of those that I never posted. I've been slacking. Like I post like once every 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
When the playoffs were happening, it was like every other day I was posting, because there was always talks about what's Kawhi gonna do, and then what's Green gonna do, what's Masai gonna do, and it was like I had so much content to work with. But with the new season coming up, I know I have a lot because there's a couple rookies, it's a new team, new dynamic, so I know I'm gonna have a lot of content to drop. It's gonna be fun.
And on an average basis, like one of your posts on Instagram, how long would it take you to do it from start to finish?
I've answered this question before. It really depends. If it's an existing Raptor, pretty easy because I have their face. I just got to rearrange their body and then place them into a new environment, whatever they're doing. Like it's weird. If I have their face, it's a little bit easier.
So do you kind of draw them once in different angles and then just keep cutting and pasting that?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. So like if I have an idea, I'll look for that guy in one of my drawings, pull his face, pull his arms and legs, like I have them all separated.
Yeah.
And then rework it to fit in whatever I'm doing.
That's genius.
Yeah, but when it comes to like the new guys, I just drew Scotty Barnes. I don't have much of him, so that one took a little bit longer. And that post should be coming up soon. But I try, if they're new, I try and hide their face. Like one of the latest posts I did for the top 5 Raptors or the Mount Rushmore, I have their backs because it's easier to draw. I don't have to draw their face.
Yeah.
So I work around it.
So how do you decide when a player gets, so I know, for example, like Jeremy Lin and Gasol, for example, they kind of were modeled after like existing Simpsons characters a bit more than someone like Kawhi, where it was more like a fresh take. How do you decide on that?
That it's so tough to decide. Gasol was definitely taken from somewhere, but I try to rework it over and over again. Like if you look at my first Gasol to my last Gasol, you can see the big difference in their face. Like same with Jeremy Lin. Sometimes I'll change their face if I don't like the way it looks, to better suit their actual face. It's so hard to get their face to look like even Kawhi. If you look at him, it doesn't really look like Kawhi. You know what I mean? Like it's in your head, it's Kawhi. But to me, I don't think it looks like him. It's weird drawing Simpsons characters. There's ways of like actually drawing their face and then drawing their face in a way that they have these bulgy round eyes,
Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah.
weird lips and big ass teeth. It's just difficult.
I gotta say though, I think we've no matter how much Kawhi looks like or doesn't look like your take on him, we've all grown to uh, associate like that cartoon version of Kawhi. Like I love that face, man. Like with the
Yeah,
lips and like everything, it's
dude,
so funny.
dude. Yeah, the Kawhi one is what I think I really hit. I kind of nailed that one, but like people say I do. I just don't. In my eyes, I don't see. I don't know. It was fun to draw him for sure.
So now shifting to the Toronto Raptors, can you share a bit about your love for the team and what some of your favorite squads have been throughout the years?
Dude, squads is like going to be really tough. Obviously, the championship Raptors are up there. That squad was killer. But if I didn't have to pick that one, I would go with what would I go with? Dude, there's so many. The 15-16 Toronto Raptors. That team was nuts. I like JV, man. JV was
Yeah,
nice.
JV's still good,
And I
yo.
think he's still going to be nice. Yeah, for sure. So that team, with Terrence Ross, Biz was crazy that year. I think that playoff run was nuts. So that squad was crazy. Then I have to go obviously back to VC and T Mac because VC, that energy and that the highlights he had almost every night. I love watching those guys. And then obviously the inaugural season, I went to go see them with like my elementary school guys, which was kind of cool. Like Damon Stoudemire, that squad was cool. We weren't great, but I really liked seeing like that new team and that that they came out with the Vancouver Grizzlies and I think they came out with this two sneakers and I think it was Reebok. I can't remember, but yeah, I had the Toronto Raptors sneaker and that really got me into sneakers, I guess.
Yeah, yo, like so many memorable teams, even though I won't say like our history as a franchise has been that great. Obviously we won the chip, but like prior to that, it was kind of a rocky road. For myself, I think so. Obviously, 2001, when the year after T Mac left, when we lost to the Sixers, like that was a great squad when we brought in JYD and Keon Clark midway through the year, and then kind of underrated, but the Euro squad with Bosch and then surrounded by all the Euros, Calderon,
Garbosa,
Garbo,
yeah,
Anthony Parker. That was
dude, that team was
Lasho.
nice
Like that
too.
was
Yeah. That team was nice too.
the thing I liked about that team was the style of play was so different than anything we've seen before for Raptors.
Yeah. And Parker was killing it too, man.
Yo, Parker was legit.
Parker was killing it. Yeah, even though like we weren't winning a lot back then, like I still watched them in hopes that maybe they would. So like I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Raptors fan, but I do always hope for them to win. And we know it's not always gonna happen.
So on that note, what are your expectations for the upcoming season? I know like we're a pretty young team. Lowry's gone now, and this is kind of like we've officially turned the page onto a new chapter. So what do you think?
But I really don't know what's gonna happen with Dragic. Like I
Oh
don't
man,
know. I'm sure he's gonna be gone.
he's probably
I'm
gone. Like halfway,
right. Yeah.
like trade the trade deadline, he's probably gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Like it really depends on what we can get for him. Right now, I don't even know what shit. I want them to win, obviously, but I don't know, man. It's tough to say because we're such a young team. Um, the pickups we got, I think, we're good. And I've seen Barnes D. I've seen him play D. And OG's D is crazy. So I'm hoping we do well. I'm hoping we do above 500. I've seen predictions where they're not above 500.
I think we were
Just
predicted to
because,
be like 12th by ESPN.
yeah, that's nuts. I don't think that, man. I think maybe like 10, maybe 9. I'm hoping 8. But we'll see. What do you think?
um,
You think those predictions are right?
well, I think it depends on because Siakam's injured right now, so it depends when he comes back. And I think the key pieces for us, like the question marks, is Gary Trent Jr. How much of a X factor can he be? Because right now, well, last season he was kind of just a 3 and not so much D kind of guy. So
Yeah.
can he take that next step and like create his own shot and become more of like a consistent 15 to 20 point scorer? Obviously, Scotty Barnes, like, what's he going to give us on offense, or is he strictly just really raw? Like, can he hit the open shot at all? And then the other guy, what's Precious Achua? Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
probably going to be the main center off the bench. Like, he looked really good in summer league. So does that translate to the regular season or not? I don't know. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping for 7th or 8th, but I'm expecting 10th or 11th seed.
I think we're the same. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. I'm hoping for 8th though, for sure.
But it's supposed to be a pretty strong draft. So I mean, worst case is we tank and hopefully get another top 5 pick again, right?
Again, hopefully we don't go that route.
Yeah,
and we do well. If you didn't have the Raptors, is there another team you'd like gun for?
Oh, like right now?
Yeah, like I don't know about you, but last year when I was kind of happy with the Bucks won because Giannis deserves a ring. I'm not saying CP3 doesn't, but that was kind of cool to see Giannis win his first ring.
I just don't want the Lakers or Clippers or
the Nets.
Yeah. One of these guys. I wouldn't mind Miami just to see Lowry get another one.
That's true.
I don't mind Chicago just to see DeRozan get some love.
Oh, dude, that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool to see DeRozan get a ring.
Yeah,
he deserves one, I think.
Aside from that, no, just share the wealth. Hopefully, some team that doesn't really have a lot of success can be a
underdog
pick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So earlier you had mentioned you made a drawing about the Mount Rushmore of Raptors. I'm pretty sure I saw that, but I don't remember. But I want to ask you, if you had to rank your 5 greatest Toronto Raptors of all time, not most talented, not most loyal, 5 greatest in your eyes, who's making your list and why?
Players.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Lowry's number 1 for the heart and bringing that championship. You have to rank them in order.
If you can, but it's fine. It's fine.
I do. Just top 5. I'm gonna go Lowry. I'm gonna go DeRozan for sure. VC, dude, insane. VC's insane. I saw something recently about VC. Someone talking about how he's one of the most athletic players. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, it's Richard Jefferson, I think.
Yeah. Most athletic, I think he said, right?
Yeah.
Like that's 3. I put 4 on there. Who's the 4th one? I don't even remember what the 4th person I drew was. Oh, Kawhi. Kawhi, obviously. I think without Kawhi, we wouldn't have gotten that championship.
Oh, no way in hell.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to put him there. That's the only reason why we have that championship.
The tough question is 5th, though. 5th is the hard one.
The question is that 5th one is hard because Bosch put a lot for the team. Who's Bosch, and then who else would be it? Who would be?
Some people say Pascal. Some people say Damon. Some people say JV, or I don't know. Like,
I like JV. I'm gonna put Bosch above JV. I'll put Bosch at 5th.
Do you remember when he left though, and he was trashing Canada and Toronto?
It's like it happens all the time to us, man. It's nothing new.
And then when we started making it to the championships, he was all showing love to Toronto all of a sudden.
I know. It was weird. I don't know why it's weird. It was really weird. Like, at least Vince stayed loyal to his dislike for Toronto until the end.
Villain.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Yeah, he played the villain, right? But Bosch was flip flopping, nah, bro. But I liked his game when he was here, man. How about you?
So number 1, gotta go Lowry. He's cemented himself as greatest Raptor of all time. I gotta go with that.
Yeah, statue or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Statue of him taking the charge.
Yo, true. This is arms out like that.
Exactly. Yeah, but true. Combination of loyalty, longevity. He's come up big in playoff moments, like Game 6. He hit the first 10 points or something of the game.
Yeah. I remember that.
Heart and leadership, all that stuff. So Lowry, number 1. Number 2, oh man, that's tough.
I'm assuming it's between DeRozan and Kawhi, or Vince.
DeRozan and Vince for me.
Okay.
Vince was kind of really what got me really passionate about Raptors. Like I was a Jordan guy before, and then when Vince came in '98, this was like, wow, we have our own Vince. I mean, sorry, we have our own MJ. Like
Right. He pretty
um,
much was our own MJ. Yeah.
yeah, but like his time was relatively short when you compare it to DeRozan and Lowry, and the way he left obviously was the worst of all of the guys. So I'll probably give it to DeMar. Um, he was probably the most loyal of all the five guys. Had a ton of heart, even though he wasn't like the most talented of the five.
His mid range is crazy, man.
Yeah, mid
His
range
mid
was
range is
there,
like crazy.
athletic, but like
Yeah.
he couldn't hit threes for the life of him, and
Yeah.
his defense was pretty
For sure.
bad.
Yeah, for sure.
And like he would shrink in the playoffs. Like I know we're probably forgetting it now, but like there's so many years where we're like, God damn, like he's throwing up a stinker again.
Yeah.
But yeah, DeMar, I'm gonna go with number 2. VC number 3 for again putting us on the map and just electrifying the country and the city and making basketball really, really popular. 4 would be Kawhi because talent wise he's number 1, but he was only here for a year.
Yeah,
but he
dude.
did bring us to the chip, so I mean, got to give him credit for that.
That's man.
And then 5, oh man, I really don't want to give it a Bosch, but I think if Pascal can put up another 1 or 2 All-Star seasons with us, then he can take number 5. But for now, I think Bosch has done more on an individual level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Siakam's last season was. I know a lot of people were like,
yeah,
it was a tough season.
It
know,
was. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because it was the bubble.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, we weren't playing at home too, dude. That takes out so much of the team, man.
And he got COVID too,
especially
so
Toronto.
I mean,
yeah.
So hopefully this year it's a blank slate. He can go back to like the Pascal of old, but until then, Bosch is taking number 5 for me too, man. Cool. So for in the future of your Instagram account, what are your thoughts and expectations of where you want to take this? Is this just something you're doing for fun, or do you hope that it can lead to something bigger and more in the future?
This is just for fun, man. I didn't think it was gonna lead to like me drawing for like different kinds of brands, which is kind of cool. I mean, I love it. I didn't think it was gonna lead to that. I started it just because people were enjoying, the art and Simpsons, like the Simpsons and Raptors stuff. It wasn't like I want to, make crazy amount of money or get like thousands and millions of followers. It was just for fun. Like my boys, like they were laughing at it, and all my friends enjoyed it. So it was just for that. But I'm glad that other people are enjoying it too. So I don't really know if I can take it anywhere else. I still like drawing for other people. I like when people ask me to, Simpsonize them and see the joy that they get out of it, which is really what I kind of do it for.
Would you ever experiment with like, instead of Simpsonizing athletes, would you experiment with other art styles, like other sort of cartoons?
Have actually. Yeah, I have. I did the whole, I don't know if you saw it. It was the, what was that Jordan documentary called again? The Last Dance. I did like a whole bunch of different characters in the Jordan jerseys watching TV. That one kind of went viral too.
I'll have to check that out later. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one went kind of viral. I did Rick and Morty, and then I did Family Guy. Family Guy's very close to Simpsons in their art style. So I did those guys. I did a couple more cartoons, but before I started doing Simpsons, I was doing like a whole bunch of other cartoons in different styles, but I never drew like different characters. As just drawing like, the existing characters and see what I can improve on. Yeah, that would be cool to draw. I just know the Simpsons style so well, so
yeah.
I stick to it.
Stick with what works, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. I guess I can do something else, but I don't know if it'll work. And I enjoy it. I gotta enjoy it, man. If I don't enjoy it, then I'm just drawing for nothing.
Just have fun with it and see where it goes from there, right?
Exactly. I mean, I used to like drawing sneakers, and then I started drawing Simpsons, and I just loved it so much that I stopped drawing sneakers. I still draw sneakers here and there, but I don't like post it or anything.
Cool, yo. So in terms of your social media accounts, and if people want to check you out and check out your art, where can they find you?
Yeah, they can find me. I'm only on Instagram right now at JazzAlba.jpg. Yeah, you can find me there.
Cool. And for myself, if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, you can find me at youtube.com/SeanGo. I'm on Instagram as well at esgo8 and on Twitter, which I don't use as much, but you can find me there at sean.go spelled out. So thank you, man. This is great
Bro,
talking to you, getting to
thank
know
you,
you a
brother.
bit more and sharing your love and passion for all this stuff. So thanks for coming on the
Appreciate
show.
you, bro. Thanks for having me.
Can't wait to see what you come up with in terms of Raptor and NBA content this coming season. Look forward to it.
Sounds good, brother.